The Gordon Lord Byran story is one of racing's classic rags to riches tales. For Irish duo owner Morgan Cahalan and his lifelong friend, trainer Tom Hogan, Gordon Lord Byran has overcome adversity and setbacks to go on to be the best Irish sprinter of modern times. From a humble Dundalk maiden, he's progressed to beat the best sprinters Europe has to offer and is now venturing the world in search of further challenges and prize money riches. The next chapter in this story is his ongoing quest for more Group 1 glory as he takes on arguably the best sprinters in the world by travelling to Sydney, Australia for the championships. Tom Hogan tells us a little about himself and the story of Gordon Lord Byran.
I've always been involved in racing and breeding. My father trained for 30 or 40 years and he didn't have much success as a trainer. We also bred some nice horses. So mainly National Hunt. He bred a Cheltenham Gold Cup winner, then Carrie Lady. He bred a Stairs Hurl winner, Rose Ravine, and quite a number of other good horses. So like racing's always been in the veins. I don't mind whether they run over 5 furlongs or 4 miles. Winning is what it's all about, isn't it?
Tom has always been the mentor of Gordon Lord Byran, even from when he was purchased as a foal.
They made an effort to sell him as a yearling and that didn't work out. Byran, as a sire, wasn't terribly popular. And they went to enter him in a breeze up sale, and the sale company rejected him. They didn't accept him for the breeze up. Morgan, who's been a lifelong friend, came up and asked me to know would I have a go and try this horse to see had he any ability. So I rang him back after about 10 days and I said, I like this horse. I said, I think he's a racehorse, but he'll need plenty of time. So we gave him a break and I brought him back in the autumn to run the 2-year-old race in Roscommon, and I fancied him first time out. And he came awkwardly out. He jumped awkwardly from the stalls and fractured his pelvis. I stood him in a box for 4 months. I packed the stable with old car tyres so as he couldn't lie down. I left him in the stable for 4 months. I've had some National Hunt horses that had cracked pelvises that I brought back to win. So I didn't see it as a great problem as long as he stayed alive.
When he returned to the track after 12 months, it took Gordon Lord Byran a further 6 race starts before he won his first race.
I knew he was good, but he that day that he ran in the Curragh, the ground was terribly deep, and he turned up with a very dirty scope. So we brought him home and sorted him out and fixed him up and took him to Bellewstown after a couple of months. Fancied him again and had a few quid on him at 100 to 1. And he finished second to a short priced horse at Gerlines. So then we tried running at the ground. The weather got, the weather turned bad and we had a lot of soft ground. So we kept trying to ask him to win races in heavy ground, which didn't really work out for us. And it wasn't until we went to the all-weather that he really came good, We always knew he had a fair bit of ability. We knew he was at least at a group level. We didn't know he was a Group 1 until a little bit later in the game.
Gordon Lord Byran then progressed to win not 1 but 2 Group 1 races. The Prix de la Forêt over 1,400 metres at Longchamp in Paris on Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe Day in 2012, and the Haydock Sprint over 1,200 metres last season. Not only has Gordon Lord Byran been successfully campaigned in Ireland, England and France, but he's also become a globetrotter, travelling to both Dubai and twice to Hong Kong.
My mother, Loretta Mercer, always told me that you should never turn down polite invitations. And we got polite invitations to Hong Kong and Australia now and Dubai, so that's why we're going to Australia. He's a gelding, and this year we decided we'd follow the money. So he'd possibly go on to Hong Kong after Australia. So, that you just take the Group 1 he won in Haydock is worth about €170,000. And I think that TJ Smith is worth something like, to the winner, it's worth something like about up 800,000 or 900,000 euros to the winner. So, well, we're going to the George Ryder first, but like, he's been in quarantine now for a month in quarantine, and he hasn't had a run since December. So, like, it will be a huge task to go straight to the TJ Smith or the Doncaster Mile without a run. So the George Ryder just comes a fortnight before. It's probably ideal for him. That depends on the pace of the races, and you know, if they run at a good fast pace, he on a level track over 6, he has won a Group 1 and can win another one, and same over 7. And he was staying on at the end of the mile in Hong Kong after a bit of an interrupted passage. So he's a bit unique in that area, is that he's effective at a number of different distances. You know, he'll probably go on to Hong Kong for the Champions Mile on the 4th of May. He has an invite to Singapore on the 18th of May, which we may skip. We come back to Europe, and hopefully he'll definitely run in Haydock next September, and that he always runs well in Haydock. So we go back there. We might go to Deauville in August with him. Look, if he stays sound and we're all fit and well, we'll run him as often as he can take it. Never been to Dubai. I'd never been to Hong Kong until Gordon took me there, and now he's taking me to Australia. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing him winning. I'm earning some prize money out there.